GM, guys. So this video is a way to show you to visualize how the present, your thoughts today, dictate your fate. Because I've been talking about this in my Instagram stories. You know, I have a chef Instagram account where I make recipes, but I make sure you keep your six-pack, right? I mean, I want you to get the six-pack. So it's all cooking recipes, but in my stories I post a lot of mindset shit and lifestyle shit and spirituality shit, because I want you to improve your life. That's the whole point. So you often hear the influencers tell you, you have to believe it before you make it, and this kind of shit that is just words, right? What I like to do is to look at those words that make no sense, and I think, you know, if you say words that people can't understand what they mean, you are not a good communicator. I think communication it's not about using complicated words and all this bullshit. It's about using words that everyone can understand, right? And that's what I do in my videos. I try to dumb down everything I say so that the easy language I use can show abstract ideas in very clear forms, right? Using examples and stuff like this. I want you to understand complex ideas by me using easy words, right? And I'm going to make it as easy as possible. So here is your fate. This whole blue boxes shit, I want you to visualize it as a labyrinth, right? And it's just life, the labyrinth of life. And so you start here on this left side as Auguste Escoffier here, in the present. That's you in the present. And the other side here, this cross, is your objective in the future, the goal you want to reach in the future. And in life, there's a lot of things blocking your way, right? There's a lot of obstacles and stuff that will slow down your path or accelerate it, right? So I want you to visualize here how your present is your fate. I'm going to show you two examples. First, this big labyrinth, and then at the bottom, this little box here. So first, let's say you start in your life with the goal here on the other side to make to grow 500,000 followers on social media, which is my current goal, right? Let's say you start not in the middle here, but just say you start here, right? I'm gonna make him small because you need to fit in those boxes here. So boom, I'm gonna move him around here. So this is the present. Right now, today, it seems like the way to your goal is impossible. You want to imagine it, if it's my goal of the 500,000 followers, then this here, it's actually when I started, when I had no followers. But let's say it's your case. You're just starting out and you want to get to 500,000 followers. Let's say it's your goal, but make it any goal you want. Today, it might seem completely impossible. There is no path to make it, and it's true. It's true for now. The thing is, you live in the present. And the thing that you can do in the present is not predict your path exactly and know exactly what's going to happen. That's not what you can do. What you can actually do today is impact today. Change what's going to happen today. So here, to get to your path, you need to build yourself a way, to dig yourself away. Let's say this is Legos. It's a Lego labyrinth. There's pieces of Lego everywhere that block the path. And every present moment, it's not really today, it's the present moment. At every present moment of your life, you have the choice to make something happen. You can do nothing. You can hope, oh my God, I hope I'm gonna get 500,000 followers, and then not act. And when you do this, what happens? The labyrinth stays the fucking same. You don't do anything to it, so nothing happens. Maybe you got a nice feeling from hoping, you know, you got some dopamine going, but nothing has changed because you have done nothing else than just imagining, right? But now the other thing you can do, instead of imagining and hoping and not acting, is to act on what you can do in the present moment. You can only act in the present moment ever. If you try to tell yourself, oh, I'm going to start on Monday, then what you're doing is, you're saying, I'm not starting in this present, I'm going to hope that this future present is going to do it for me, right? So you're in the current present now, you have power in your hands, right? The power is in your hands. You can do what you want to do now, right? I mean, you can do what you have the power to do now, which your power right now might be limited. But the thing's for sure, one thing's for sure is that if you tell yourself, I'll do it in a future present, now you don't have the power about doing it or not. The power is now in your instant that you're living right now. If you push it to later, you don't know what's gonna happen. Even if you believe in yourself that you will do it, you just gave the power away into the future, which the future is uncertain by definition. So what you want to do is grasp the moment, the fucking present, and act. You have the power to act right now. So the one thing you can do now is, if you want 500,000 followers, create the account, and boom, you just led yourself one step into the way, right? And maybe the next thing you can do here, you're going to have many options, right? After trying once, you're going to tell yourself, wait, actually, I've done enough work for today. And then you step out, you go back home, you fucking chill, you do nothing. And you tell yourself, oh yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I created the account, but you're really doing fucking nothing, right? You have to, at every present moment, be digging, be doing an action, right? So once you've done this first action here, cool, now you're in a new present, and the present has changed. Have you noticed that in the previous present, you had nothing, you had no possibility of making it happen. Now in this present, you just created the possibility that now, maybe one day, you can get 500,000 followers because you have the first prerequisite, which is to have a fucking account. You created this variable in the present. Now what's the next variable that you can act on today that if you don't do it, you can be sure it's not going to happen? It's if you don't post, nothing's going to happen. So the next thing you can do in the present is make a first post, right? And after your first creating account and post, now you're deeper into the creation process, into the possibility process. Now things are more possible. Then after posting once, twice, that's the thing that might happen, right? You might struggle here. Let's say you posted 10 times and you didn't get far. And then here you post an 11th time, boom, and look what just happened. You opened more ways. Life is going to be like this. Sometimes you're going to get lucky, but it's not luck. Luck only happens to the people who try. You see, if you didn't post 11 times, you would not have gotten this luck of having an easy path for a little while, right? The viral video, for example, or just a video that's going to bring you 10 clients that pay you and then make your business valuable, that's just a possibility. And so after a certain amount of effort, you're going to allow luck to happen. But you're not getting lucky. You're allowing luck to happen. Look, this is some representations of luck I've made, right? There's going to be certain paths in the world, I mean, in your life, where if you end up in the right situation, you did the right actions, then you're going to have a super fast speed run to the next stage, right? And that's the first thing that happens. Now you have two options, right? You can go left or you can go up. Your new luck, the thing that you allowed to happen that you could define as luck, has given you two new ways to act, right? You have more options now because of the work you've done in the present moment. So now, boom, you have more knowledge. And all this white space that you just created here is not just the path, it's your experience. Everything that you see in the white here is things that will make you roam more easily now. Because let's say this was posting 11 times and getting a viral post that grows your account to 1,000 followers or some shit like this. Now you have experience of creating accounts, posting stories, posting videos, and you have better of an idea of what kind of videos go viral. This is the experience you have. So now you can go back and forth. You know, you can, if you want to, maybe you stop, you can leave easily. You can create a new account. And you have a better idea of how this new account could also do the same, right? You made yourself an easy path throughout this fucking experience. You just created experience. Now, let's say you keep posting for some months, blah, blah, blah. Boom, and now, oh my God, you just got super lucky. You allowed yourself to become lucky by your actions. Your actions have led you to a point where luck is possible, right? And now, boom, oh my God. Look how so much faster you fucking went, and that's crazy. But you might have noticed, your goal is here, right? So the luck might have accelerated the path, which might make you feel good. but it wasn't really the direction you were trying to go in the first place. Towards the end, it started going in the right direction, but you might get lost in the present, right? If in the present you forget about your goal, this is actually a topic for another video. I shouldn't talk about this here, but it's about inner intention and making yourself want the things you want. If you want to learn more about inner intention, I talk about it in my program. It's a concept that there's in the book that's called Reality Transurfing, and basically outer intention is how you show to the world that you want things. So outer intention literally is, I'm trying to explain this to you right now in this video, is that right now you have the power to show your intention to the universe, and showing your intention to the universe is acting. Boom, you just showed intention that you want to get to your goal by your actions which might be to post a video. It's an action that's proving that you want to get to your goal, right? So that's outer intention. And inner intention is the thing that's going to make you want it, right? You hear about people saying, oh, I do affirmations in the morning, and you think affirmations is bullshit. For a long time I thought it was bullshit, but now I understand. It's the same about people who write their goals every morning when they wake up and they listen to a motivational book. I do this. Listening to a mindset book first thing in the morning is extremely powerful, right? And what you're doing by doing this is brainwashing yourself, quite literally. You're motivating yourself first thing in the morning. Because when you wake up on a random day, if you just go about random shit, you go out, you fucking go buy some coffee and Starbucks and you go to the gym somehow, but you're thinking about random stuff. You're thinking about the laundry, all this kind of shit. If you don't put yourself in the mindset that's going to make you evolve, you're going to waste a lot of time in your fucking life. Well, if you wake up and you do the things that put you in the right mindset, like listening to a motivational book, for example, all of a sudden, just by doing this action, your mood for the rest of the day is going to be so much more empowered and it's going to make you want it, right? It's going to remind you of your goal. That's why you write your goals every morning. I mean, that's why some people advise to do it, and I advise to do it. Writing your goals every morning makes sure that you remember what your goals are every day. You remember why you're acting, and by remembering why you're acting every day, you keep high motivation every day. Because if you write them down every day and one day you don't write them down, you don't think about it, you forget about it, you're just going to get breakfast and get out of the house, do some bullshit, and not even think about the goal. And if you don't think about the goals, all of a sudden, you fucked your schedule. Now you're not using your time efficiently. Because it's by making sure you remember about those goals that you remember about making your time efficient and you don't waste any time. Sorry. So, about this labyrinth, if your inner intention, so the thing that makes you want it, you're trying to brainwash yourself into wanting it, if you don't have it, you're going to end up doing things like this, which you might feel like you're doing a lot of progress, but you're distracted. You are going in a right way somehow. For example, which has happened to me, honestly, you're growing followers on your account. You're focusing on followers and the virality. Oh my God, I get so many views. Oh. But you forget that that's not what makes you live. Views don't make you live. You forget that you should be focusing on growing your business, the money that incomes from your social media, rather than views and followers, because views and followers are a vanity metric that don't bring you anything really. So that's the thing. You might feel like, oh my God, look at this easy path, it's so much progress, but it might be just virality that's not necessary towards getting to your end goal, right? Very important thing. You want, but that's not what I'm trying to explain with this video. But it's very important. If you want your path to look like this, like a straight line, you need to be focused every day on what your goals are and keep yourself motivated every day towards reaching your goals. And you can do this by things like writing down your goals every day, taking cold showers every day, and thinking about what you want to get to every day. Writing it down every day. Grant Cardone in his books mentions that he does it every morning and every evening. I don't know if it's true. Sounds to me like a lot of work, and I don't think anyone would remember about doing it every morning and every night. But if he does, then it's no question why he's successful. Because of course, if you keep your mind focused on the things you want all the time, your motivation will be high a lot more of the fucking time, and you're also going to not think about things that distract you, right? By remembering about your goal, It allows you to not waste time on things that are not important to your goal, right? So anyway, that's it. You want to use your outer intention, so the things that you can do to the universe, the input you can give to the universe, is called outer intention. What can you do now? You can step out, you can choose to step out and leave and go away, do your fucking thing and not get towards your goal. Or you can make the decision to act. And then once you have done this action, now you're in a new present where you have more possibilities. And in this present, you can act again. And now you're in a new present where you are farther than you were before, right? It's always going to get like this. Maybe the path towards the end looks like this, right? It feels like you're still far away, but really you're not. You're one mission away from doing it. And then boom, as I mentioned earlier, you allowed luck to happen by being consistent. And now, oh my God, it's so easy. You posted the most viral video that got you like 200,000 followers and boom. Now everyone loves you, you're super famous, you reach your goal. So that's the thing I want to tell you. That look at this Lego here with the 3 little Lego things. It's much easier to understand if you want to get to the goal at the end. The way might not be possible as the present is, right? It's by acting today every time in the present, you can only act in the present, that you create a possibility that the things happen. And then once this action is done, it's again in the present. It's not in the future. It's not, I want you to visualize that everything that you're doing here is in the present, right? So you can't imagine yourself that, oh, if I keep acting right, then the path is going to look like this and I'll be halfway, right? That's not how you are going to visualize it, because if you try to imagine when you'll be halfway, you're imagining a scenario that you don't know, because you don't know how things are going to develop. You have no fucking clue. People who try to visualize what their goals will be like never reach it. They actually reach goals that they wouldn't believe they would get to. They don't think that they can get to their goals in this specific way. They usually plan it in a certain way, and things happen super weirdly, and then they end up getting to their goal in a very different way than what they imagined, right? For example, I thought me getting to 100,000 followers would take 3-4 years if I post regularly, right? 3-4 years. It took 6 months. And because I was posting things that went super viral, people loved it, and people followed me super massively, and I did not expect it. I did not know it was possible to go so fast on social media as a little fucking French fucker like me. I did not know it was possible. So that's the thing. If you try to imagine yourself here, after 2 years of posting, I'll be halfway to the goal, you're just imagining something that is actually not real. Because in the end, what happened is that in 6 months, I was halfway, right? So what I imagined to be what could happen was completely wrong. You only understand what can actually happen when you act in the present. You can't get lost in your future. You can't overthink about the future here. Building your future is only relevant to the actions you're taking today. You can't build your future by anything else than the action in the present, right? It's always in the present that you act on the future. Anyway, I'm going to start to end the video because otherwise I'm going to keep yapping for an hour. So anyway, if you're interested in this kind of teachings that I do a lot of this in my one-to-one program, you know. As you know, I have a cooking Instagram account where I cook. I'm a chef with a six-pack, huge six-pack, and that's what people like about me, is that I'm a chef that eats a lot of tasty things and make a tasty video recipe, but I stay super fit. I stay in control, and that's the thing I try to teach to people, is how to stay in control while actually enjoying fucking food. You know, you don't have to eat the broccoli and the rice like the fucking gym bros, right? I hate gym bro culture. I'm trying to teach you that you can enjoy life and still be in control, right? That's what I do. And in my program, there's a lot of mindset lessons like this, which is not really mindset, it's kind of philosophy, right? The point here is to make you act in the present. So I guess you could say it's a mindset. You need to act now, right? So if you're interested in learning more from me like this, you could book a call in the description so you can see if you're a good fit for my one-to-one program. Otherwise, press follow on my Instagram, press follow on the YouTube channel, and thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.